a lot of time left, so I'm going to very quickly get your views on this comment by the minority leader Alexander Afenyo Markin when he was making his response to the State of the Nation address yesterday. I prefer to quote him. If I can find the quote, it should be right here. So he said, and I quote, Mahama has today told us that we have a 2.2 million Ghanaians unemployed. But what he has forgotten is that in his administration, in less than 100 days, all we know is sack them. So there seems to be...
With a quote, Mahama Bako.
Okay. There was what? Mahama Bako.
Mahama Bako, Sakin Bibri.
Sakin Bibri. Wow, okay. So, I mean, to him, there is some cognitive dissonance here. You want to create jobs, but you're sacking people who have been given jobs. Yeah, make it make sense.
I thought the minority leader will be explaining to the Ghanaian people, particularly the teeming youth, why for so many years, unemployment was worsening under the Ghana Statistical Service surveys every year. Young people were asking for jobs. Even the NAPCO people were crying, please don't sack us, pay us and all of that. They didn't listen. Then you lose an election. And then after losing that election, you engage in these mass recruitments. They should be explaining to the young people of our country, why were they so wicked to them? For 8 years. You don't employ them. Unemployment worsens to historic heights. You even dismiss NAPCO people, refuse to pay them. As we speak, NAPCO people are owed between 4 to 6 months. You didn't listen to them. Then you lose an election. Then you decide to create this, because it's not just about we've given you appointment letters. Ability to pay. You've created this economic mess. We are discussing all these arrears, huge arrears. How are we going to pay these people? If you look at what they did in the security services, immigration, thousands of people. Meanwhile, the Honorable Osafo Mafu, if you go back to, history, recent history, he was very clear as senior minister during the transition that they would not accept the previous government attempting to employ anybody after the elections. Because you see, how is the new government going to pay for these, jobs, thousands of jobs that you've created? So let's be clear. President Mahama is not sacking everybody employed under the last administration. That's not what is happening. There's been a lot of deliberate distortion propaganda. If you were employed before the transition, before the elections, you are fine. In my ministry, I have painstakingly gone through the records. I've seen that they obtained financial clearance in July from the finance ministry. And within the budget, there was an allocation that year they will employ people, even though they exceeded. What was in the budget was that they will employ just about 40. But they got financial clearance from finance to employ 100. I've done my due diligence. It happened truly in July. It was not backdated. And the process took time. I've checked with the head of civil service, even though some of them got their appointment letters in November, in December. At least the process has started. So at the foreign ministry, I have explained to the president that what we have seen, I like to be fair to people, what we have seen, the process started much earlier. So not a single person at the foreign ministry is being dismissed. Other colleagues have done the assessment where it is clear that the process started much earlier. There is financial clearance. There was provision in the budget for these recruitments to be done. People are not being fired. But it is, the malicious recruitments after elections. That is the contentious matter. And every government will be concerned about that. So I think that what we must learn from this is that when we are in power and there is space we know we can employ, let's employ people. Let's not keep them at home unemployed. Then you lose an election and then you want to create fiscal burdens for your opponents.
I want to say a big thank you to you. Samuel Kudjata Black.
I thought we would spend some time on my exciting passport reforms. I'm excited about
yes,
that.
the 24-hour.
Yeah,
yes,
we are
in
going
fact,
to go 24
you
hours.
have
Again.
given us a perfect excuse to have you back on the show.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
In